giving Navy proper credit, need to put it in simpler terms. It's not just diversion. The timing of it. Well, I was one of the orchestrators of timing, especially for our Air Force, like who needs to be where for aircraft separation and all of that. But part of that was, when should the Navy start? When should they start their show? So we decided it needs to be done at 1 o'clock local time, because our target time for Son Tay was 2:15. Of course, either it wasn't fixed, but we had to be there.
So 0100 local time.
But yeah, 0100 local for the Navy.
Yep.
For us, it was land at 2:15. Why? Because
Watch change.
they
Yes,
shift change.
Yep.
So you will have new shift coming in, and old shift is bedding down.
Yep.
They're relaxed. That will be the best time for the Iraq. So everything started with that 2:15. So he said, well, that will be early enough. The attack time, that was 1 o'clock. By that time, almost everybody in the air, but at that time, disperse and have 3 waves and start attacking targets.
So let me ask you this. So if the Navy got busy at 0100 on the east coast of Vietnam, at what was the time when of the incursion of the assault force into Vietnamese airspace from the west?
Okay, well, so that's where I'm headed.
That's where I'm headed. Let's get there.
Okay.
I'm just curious at the time.
Just how effective that thing was.
Yeah.
The North Vietnamese looked to the east totally. What was happening in the west? What the early radar at Nha San that I was so concerned about, that they would detect us, because there was 4 minutes of time where our helicopters were within line of sight. We could not avoid that. So we had our electronic warfare officer monitoring that to see, will they go to sector scan? Did they have us? No, it just kept on rotating. So we knew as we were transited that place from Laos into North Vietnam, we were not detected. However, every time we had a bombing of North Vietnam, or if there was bombing, we had tankers in the air, because the bombers, they would take off with the full load, connect with the tanker, refill their fuel tanks so they have max fuel going on target. We had 2 orbits of tankers, one orange and one lemon, 5 tankers in each. This early warning radar should have seen that. They should have seen the refueling of the tankers. The first Air Force aircraft over Son Tay was at 2:08. That's 1 hour and 8 minutes after Navy started. That's when the SAM radars turned on. We gained all that time. Nobody paid any attention to the early warning radar that surely must have painted Air Force in the West, because they were so focused on the East that we got, hey, that's 1 hour and 8 minutes. And normally it took them 20 minutes to get hot. Okay? I said 208. 228 was the first missile that was launched at the Air Force aircraft. I think the last one was launched at 246. After that, they hit 2 of our aircraft. So Kronebusch, who was the commander of our Wild Weasels, had
105 went down.
5 aircraft.
Yeah.
He said he lost 2 aircraft. As far as he was concerned, theirs were gone. They were through the fireball. One was later saying, I'm returning to Udorn, I'm flyable. The other one says, I'm running out of gas. Well, anyway, he said, after that second one was hit, let's get out of Dodge.
Right.
So
that one aircrew-
he moved the aircraft west of the river. He was flying overhead my airplane,
Right.
where I was within line of sight of Son Tay. But they moved back to be out of the lethal range because he lost 2 of his 5 airplanes.
Right.
But by that time, they were evacuating because when the first aircraft was hit, everybody was already in the helicopter.
And the aircrew that ejected were recovered successfully.
Yes, the aircrew was recovered.
Yeah.
So you put all that together. How effective was the Navy?
Pretty damn effective.
Without their diversion, I think we probably would have lost all 5 of those airplanes because they had to stay in a kill zone. And the kill zone at that time was 15 miles from the site. Hey, that was, you could not outrun it. Now, when I was flying over North Vietnam, when we were dropping leaflets, they had to go to high altitudes. We stay out of that 15-mile zone. We stayed farther out. So our electronic officer said they're about ready to launch. We terminated what we were doing, got down on the ground, and we never had a missile fired on any of our talents during the year I was there. Well, anyway, I know you want to conclude. This is what J.Gargus said about his crew. Very short. For those of us in the carriers, we're proud to be able to carry out an extremely difficult night mission without any rehearsal or warning. The preparation by bar chart staff was superb, and the execution by the Wing 19 under Commander Doug Moe, Air Wing 2 commanded by Commander McKnight, and Air Wing 21 led by Commander Palmer carried out the mission in an absolutely professional manner. It was an honor to be associated with them. That's J.Gargus. I mean, couldn't put it any better. It was an excellent mission, and as I said before you came over here, this is my thing, that this was the most perfect diversion of the Vietnam War that involved joint service cooperation. So, and it needs to be depicted as such. It was the biggest nighttime operation for the Navy. Air Force had a bigger one when they used B-52s. But for the Navy, that was the biggest nighttime operation.
It's awesome.
Okay.